Alright, we are back with Timegranite. And I've been thinking about something relating to Timegranite. You want to know what that is? It's quite a simple question. Dwarf Fortress is not responding. The question is, where am we going with Timegranite? Because I mean, we've done some fine things. We've made some fine amenities for our dwarves. I like this. This is good. But what are we doing here? You know, what do we do now with Timegranite? You know, I've never really been the most ambitious person when it comes to making my fortresses. I suppose that I know that we're going to be sticking more coffers into rooms. That's a given. And let's start putting some of those in. But you know, there's no real goal for Timegranite, like there's no goal for any of my fortresses. How many beds are there? 53, and how many dwarves are there? 17. I think we got a few. Yeah, I think we're a little safe with that number. We didn't need to trade, did we? I don't think we did. No, I'm pretty sure we already traded. Yeah, I remember we traded with the elves. It was a bit ago now, but then again, if you're watching this in real time, which I suppose you would be, I mean, maybe not. Maybe you're watching this years later. Who knows? Maybe this is being watched in 2025. I doubt that though. Still, it's possible, ain't it? We recording? We are. I do find it unlikely that anyone's going to be watching Timegranite in 2025. And not just as self-deprecation, but also because, well, by 2025 the Steam release is going to be out, ain't it? Unless it isn't. I'm kidding, of course it will be. So I'm just drinking as well as playing. I don't know if you can hear, because I know I can hear when, you know, like I can hear the inside of my throat because I'm inside my throat. My throat isn't, you know, you got ears and your internal bits are inside and you're inside as well. I don't need to explain this stuff to you. You presumably have ears, or at least ear lobes. Maybe you don't. Who am I to know? I don't know. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway. Oh, Fob's giving birth to a boy. Good for Fob. Anyway, there's more of them containers now. Yes, there is. Oh yeah, there's a lot more coffers now. Marvellous. More coffers for the bedrooms. No, that's 2. You've got to keep the standards up, you know. The standards of, I'm putting these coffers in places, but not really uniform. These bedrooms are a lot more uniform than a lot of my bedrooms, but they're still not that uniform. Anyway, let's follow a dwarf. Hey Nil! Nil, are you still doing what you normally do? You're storing an item in a stockpile now, right? You're storing that statue in a stockpile. You're gonna leave that, and then you're going to walk away, aren't you? And go back into the temple, aren't you? No, the tavern. Wait, is this even the right person? Oh. Am I thinking of Nil? What the? Don't worry about that. Bloody hell, notifications. I think this is the right dwarf. Yeah, he doesn't care about merrymaking and all that. He doesn't care about merrymaking and friendship, and he never feels anything from social interaction. So I'm kind of surprised that he's decided to do some social interaction. But who am I to judge, I suppose? You do you, Nil. Oh, what's the story? The Cudgel of Certainty of the Foggy Glazes founded Paper Truth in 117. Interesting, interesting. Those are a lot of words that mean absolutely nothing to me, but, you know, I mean, we can tell what happened. Someone founded Paper Truth. We don't know where Paper Truth is or why, but we know that it is a thing that occurred apparently at some point and has been recorded for us. Excuse me. Oh yeah. Are we running out of material? That's deeply unfortunate if we are. Oh, we have plenty of this, so maybe it's a... No, don't remove it. Shh. Stop removal, add new task. We should really be using yarn rather than, because we have more yarn than anything else. And when you have more of something, it's probably best to use that instead of other things. Even if it's just a little bit more. I don't normally drink while... Hey look, it's Fob, ain't it? Fob, who we built this entire bit to appease, and then they had a kid. How do you feel, Fob? Euphoric due to inebriation, you find Dwarf on talking to an acquaintance. Interested after watching adoration after giving birth to a boy. Blissful at becoming a parent. Marvellous, marvellous. And who's the kills? A porcupine? Oh. Maybe you're doing some... Rimtar, how do you feel, Rimtar? How do you feel about this marvellous development? Wonder, communing with Zuglar, talking to the spouse. He was interested in finding door. Adoration at becoming a parent. Blissful at becoming a parent. Bored after being unable to practice martial art. Okay. So overall, I'd say the couple are happy with the situation. That is to say, the babby. Speaking of the babby, how is the babby? Da-da. Within last season, he was interested watching a performance. He is a son. He is 5 days old. Slightly thin iris to gold eyes, slightly protruding, raw umber hair, tan skin. He is tall. He is a tall baby. A very tall baby. He dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. And he's a very tall baby. Which is strange feeling. But aren't most of these dwarves tall? Pretty sure most of these dwarves are tall. A long moustache. No, I might just be imagining that. Okay, more coppers. There we go. I have run out of things to say somehow. Let's what's the story? Dusim became the expedition leader. Well, you see, they're good at everything relating to social skills. Dusim, are you interested hearing your own story? Pleasure remembering a satisfying acquisition. Ah, must be clothing they found. Didn't feel anything talking with acquaintance. Interested after watching a performance. Lonely about family, aren't you, Dusim? Friends. Well, you can see friends. I mean, you're in the tavern. So I'd say that the chances of seeing your friends are actually quite high. At least I would imagine they would be quite high. I don't know. It's not the biggest fortress, but I suppose it is a big fortress. Big place. Recite poetry. The performance is in second line. Verse and the race is an example of the beige fragrances, no particular subject. Touch of melancholy. The poetry is not awful. It is. Ah yes, the couplet poem. I remember that. I like the pig. Do you like the pig? I like how there's just a pig. Just a pig standing there. Look at that pig. Vutok the pig. Where are you going now, Vutok the pig? Oh, look at it go. Admiring the art, are you? Admiring the wonderful art in the fortress? Well, I'm interested by the pig. Okay, that's enough of the pig for now. What the? Oh, migrants have arrived. Yeah, I feel like we have enough bedrooms. We have 53 bedrooms, and yeah, I feel like that's enough bedrooms. Although it may be wise to start carving out more. What the? Cabinets? When did I start making cabinets? Did I just make a bunch of cabinets and forgotten about them? Because I'm sure that I put coffers. Yeah, look, there's coffers in all these rooms, not cabinets. I don't remember mass ordering cabinets, but from the looks of it, we might have an exceedingly large number of cabinets. Perhaps enough to give every dwarf in the fortress a cabinet. Let's see here. Well, if we're going to be giving dwarves cabinets, obviously we're starting with the starting 7. Because that's just common sense, you know what I mean? Certainly not enough to give everyone a cabinet, but we do have a surprisingly large amount of cabinets that I apparently ordered made at some point and then completely forgotten about. Ugh. You ever need to sneeze and then you just don't? Ugh. I tell you, the modern age though, when it comes to sneezing, you feel kind of very self-conscious about sneezing or coughing or anything outside, don't you? You know, these days. But yeah, we might as well give people cabinets since they're here. They're here, so we're gonna use them. And then we're gonna tell them to make more so we can use more. Just think, if I didn't misclick, I would never have noticed those, and then we wouldn't be putting in cabinets right now. I'll let you decide how you feel about that. Maybe you're really happy for the dwarves. Maybe you think that me putting in cabinets and hearing this noise is a bit boring. I don't know. Wait. I should really be putting cabinets only in doors that... I should really be putting cabinets in rooms for dwarves who already have coffers. I don't know why I would even say that, but I feel like that's the case. No, not iron. Not 250. 25. Very different numbers. Different by 25, 50. How much is 210? It's 10 stone. 200 is 10 25s. You can tell that because if you times 25 by 100, it's 250. It's really not that hard maths. Bloody hell, we got a lot more new arrivals than I thought we would. Pray to Buffet Climax Growl. Buffet Climax Growl? What? That is not one of our gods, is it? No, I think that it is. I just forgot about them. Also, there's an object of worship, and a master, and a lover. All kinds of things. A lot of aunts, uncles, cousins. Hey look, another bard who is also happens to be here apparently is a cousin of theirs. Also, we're following an animal caretaker. My goodness, how many new animals did we get? A fair few actually, a fair few. Some of those are milkable animals. Do we have a farmer's workshop? We do not. Well, I have an idea for what we're going to be doing now. We're going to tell them to put in a farmer's workshop there. And then we're going to commit farming. And by that I mean milking animals. And then creating cheese? Cheese. Cheese, Gromit. I do like cheese. I do. I like all kinds of cheese. Though I do have a fair bit of preference to Stilton. That's a good cheese. I don't understand why you'd have it and not have it blue. You know, I hear that it's possible to find Stilton that's not blue, but I mean, what's the point in the Stilton if you've not got the mold on the Stilton? You know what I mean? If Stilton doesn't have its mold characteristic, then that's missing part of the point, you know? I don't know. I guess to each their own, like. If you don't know what Stilton is, it's a kind of cheese. That's why I brought it up. It's also the name of a village. But you can't make Stilton in Stilton because of the rules regarding where Stilton is allowed to be made. Which is an interesting bit of cheese-related politics. You'll find that there's a lot of weird bureaucracy when it comes to cheese, if you look into it. But most people don't look into it because they're not boring. I don't know why I made that much of a show of laughing there. It wasn't that funny. I don't know. God, I am in a good mood. Think an animal got milked. I think, anyway. Let us see if it did. Yes, that yak did get milked. I saw that. That means we can make a cheese. After that horse is milked, of course. Yes, that horse was milked too. Petitions available. Interesting. We'll have to see what them petitions are after we tell them to make cheese. Let's see, what do you want? Vutar Hall Tattooed wishes to reside in Timegranite for the purpose of entertaining citizens. Vabok. Let me look at you, Vabok. You're a bard. I see. Nah. I don't think we need you, Vabok. I think we will. You're not very interesting looking to me. Like, we've already got a dwarf bard, and we've got two dwarf bards. Quite frankly, I want to find someone with a bit more. What are you, legendary in? Tracking. I see. But yeah, I want someone with a bit more, with a different culture, you know? Someone with different traditional entertainment, because, you know, we got two dwarven entertainers, so they're probably going to be entertaining in dwarf, manner, with dwarven culture and all that. But I mean, that's the culture of the area, we're a dwarven fortress. I'd say it's much more interesting to find people who aren't dwarven to do things around here. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, the dwarves already have plenty of their own stuff, I just feel like it'd be nice to have a bit more variety, A bit more variety in the yeah, this is all completely and utterly, I mean, dwarves don't really actually care, but I feel like it's interesting to see other, we don't need to see all more of those couplets, those couplet poems. I want to hear some human poetry, or some elven poetry perhaps. Who is sleeping on the floor of our tavern? You have a bedroom. Worried, unable to practice a craft, eh, Savesh? Well, maybe that's because we don't have any blacksmithing on. Let's see, preferences, labour, crafts. You're on wood crafting. Okay. You know, in order to make Savesh feel good, we're going to restrict it to only Savesh, who can work here. Wait, this does count as a craft, doesn't it? I don't know, we're going to tell Savesh to make a chair. A wooden chair. And then when Savesh wakes up, we will see if that counts as a craft or if that's just a skill. When they get off the floor of the tavern, because they couldn't be asked to walk to their bedroom before going to bed. How are you even able to be so... I mean, I presume that it's pretty loud in there. There's a lot of dwarves and animals. You know. Oh, Savesh is awake. They're not doing it, so I don't think it does count as a craft. Doesn't count as wood crafting. Alright, workshop profile. Permit all. Let's just tell them to construct the wooden chair and the wooden table anyway, even though they're not. And you know what? Yeah, should we? Yeah, I don't see why not. You don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna make a second crafting table. Crafting table. Crafts Dwarf Workshop. The original crafting table, you could say. Because they existed before. Ah, there's a problem. Because of the way the layout is of that. I see. See, I don't know if you noticed, but if you don't know, the area is being blocked. Like the putting it in because there's wall. That's something that kind of messed me up at the start. See, if you look when the bubbly bop is in the bubbly bop, you see green. The dark green. The dark green means that it's not accessible from those particular points. Like. Wait, Reg the one-armed dwarf? Reg the one-armed dwarf is here. You haven't been here this entire time. Hey, Reg the one-armed dwarf. Holy hell. Good to see you, mate. Look at him. It's Reg, the one-armed dwarf. Oop, that was the wrong button. How you feeling? He's satisfied producing a masterwork. Satisfied at work. Ah, marvellous. Marvellous. Good to see Reg, the one-armed dwarf. Still alive after their fabled Etin attack. Still living with the consequence of that. That is to say, not having an arm. Pretty big consequence, I'd say. Though it doesn't keep them down very much. Anyway, let's get Savesh practicing a craft. Okay, let's see what they made. A cherry wood amulet. A well-crafted cherry wood amulet. Marvellous. And how do you feel about your action, Savesh? Satisfied at work. Marvellous, marvellous. Right, we're going to change the workshop profile so everyone can use that workshop now. Okay. Cabinet. No, not cabinet, container. Cabinets come later. Coffers for now. Now we put in some containers. No. Yes. That's a... no. Damn it. Accursed buttons. Alrightio, let's try that again. But this time, it's gonna be a cabinet. Yes. Okay. There we go. Well, it's only been about 40 minutes, but you know what? I think that I'm going to end this episode. It's been a fine episode, I'd say. Not as long as a few episodes, but not... but enough. But hey, 40 minutes ain't that short, is it? I mean, yeah, these videos kind of come out pretty infrequently these days. But hey, I dropped my schedule. Yay! Yeah. Deary me. I was going to say ages and yonks at the same bloody time. So it just kind of ended up as ages ago. Ages ago. Anyway, see you next time. Something, I don't know. Never good at ending these, am I? Goodbye for now.